Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Good Half. Just saw it today. The new videos come out on Tuesday. They tell you what the new home releases. This one came out, never heard of it before. Well, sorry. But we'll see. I went 36 minutes long. Ren Wieland. Again, when I start with the names, like we know Ren. Well, anyway, he returns home to Cleveland for his mother's funeral. Once there, he forges new relationships while healing old ones before confronting his problems and trying to face his grief. Sounds a little depressing. I got you. 5.9 on IMDb, but only 202 people rated so far. So we're new to the game here. This is cool. Now, it has, Nick Jonas. I think he's the main character, but David Arquette is in it as well. There is Alexandra Shipp is in it. Elisabeth Shue, and I think Brittany is also in it. But that's all I see. So let's see. We'll get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know if it's worth watching. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Good Half, and the movie's, it's a heavy movie, I'd say, right? So real quick before I get down that path, I will say that Matt Walsh was in this, and you know who he is. You'll see him. I wouldn't know his name, but when I saw him, I was like, okay. And he plays Nick Jonas's dad, and what's her name? The other girl, whatever, Brittany, whatever, Brittany Snow. So, and I thought the reason I bring him up was because he's normally like in a comedic role. And in this case, he really wasn't. He was in a serious role that had some humor to it. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So I thought it was intriguing to see him in that kind of role and pull it off, right? Whereas everybody else was kind of cast pretty well, this one was a different casting and it worked. That's why I wanted to bring that up. Because this is really like a heavier movie. It's a drama. It's about Elisabeth Shue is Nick Jonas's mother in this. And then David Arquette is her new husband, whereas Matt Walsh was her old husband, who has 2 kids, is Nick Jonas and Brittany Snow. I don't know if that all made sense, but anyway, she ends up dying from, I believe, cancer. And so he's coming home to deal with all of that for the funeral and everything. And it's the the interactions or the I lost a word. I was just about to come out, but everything he's got to deal with from, stepdad, dad, sister, everything to prepare for this. He has to go through all that as normal people do, but with, the grieving side of it. And he was his mom's best friend and vice versa kind of thing, right? So it's a lot of that, and so it's heavy at times, and it's more of a drama, very serious. But there's also, they work in some humor that actually worked for me. Alexandria Shipp, he meets her on a plane. She's going to the same place, so they kind of start to be buddies throughout all of this. And there's a little bit of a romantic vibe going on. So it's kind of his getaway from everything that's going on, the stress and the stuff from the funeral and his mother to, hey, somebody to talk to and get along with. So that's the kind of budding new relationship piece of it. And so, with all of that, like if you are into those types of things, it's, like I said, it's not an uplifting movie. I mean, I think where it ends up might be considered uplifting, but for the most part, this is really, emotionally, jarring kind of stuff. Not jarring, that's a bad word to say, but with all that, there were times, thinking how heavy this was, there were times that they actually made me laugh out loud. Matt Walsh in particular, but, he just here and there, right? I think Nick Jonas is an underrated actor, I thought, in this one. Like, I've seen him in Kingdom and some other things, but I thought he did a really good job in this. Like, everybody else is, like, more seasoned, I mean. And not that he's not seasoned, he's been in a couple of different films or TV shows. But this one really, I thought, was really good. I thought he played it really well. Elisabeth Shue, Brittany Snow, they're all great, fine. Not that they didn't, they're, again, you see them a lot more. So you know what their capabilities are. I also felt him and Alexandra Shipp, so the girl he meets, they have really good chemistry. It's not, I shouldn't say, I mean, there was a scene, so in the beginning when they meet on the plane, okay, fun. But when they first meet in a bar, I felt that their chemistry back and forth really worked. And you could see it in like certain facial expressions. There was one that I seen in the bar scene when they go out at one point and they're hanging out at the bar, and you could see it in her face, and it felt true, I guess. So I thought that was interesting. So I enjoyed that camaraderie there, the thing that they had, and I thought they worked well together. I liked what they did with that plot line. I think they took it in the right direction. And otherwise, I mean, I don't know what else to say. David Arquette, you know who I mean. He plays his stepdad, and I think he does a great job at that, because you know he's a stepdad, whereas the Nick Jonas and Brittany and Matt Walsh are like, you know, and then there's the stepdad, you know. So they you know, put that in there, and I think he does a good job of being that kind of character in this. And what else? I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. I don't think I wrote anything else down. I think that was the big one, was the fact that they have good chemistry, and again, a couple of times that, you know, made me laugh out loud. So, not an easy movie to watch for somebody, you know, who maybe has lost parents or whatever. But you know, if it's something you're interested in and worth seeing, I think there's good acting in it. They do a perfect, you know, enough humor not to make the movie silly, but to make it more entertaining to watch, if that helps. I don't know. Definitely something I wasn't expecting. So there you go. We're at 200, what did I say? We're 209 now. We're 210 people have finally rated this movie. So that's what I got. What am I going to give it? You know, I'm almost at a 7. It worked that well, but it's just the subject matter has me pulling it back. I know that's not fair, but I don't know. I'll give it some more thought. But I'm in there. I'm in a 6 or a 7. So, all right. And I never heard of it before. So maybe you haven't either. But if you do, check it out. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.